Hi there, welcome back to Being Your Ray. And for today's episode, I want to talk about again something I read, brought me a lot of relief, and helped me reflect on my journey. So, just gonna share it, hoping it helps you as well. So, yeah, I think I've mentioned it a couple of times in the past that I finally had the freedom that I was always looking for after my undergraduate, and I had like a year or so. I had a job, so I took like a gap where I can think of what to do next. I mainly wanted to be intentional with everything and wanted to double down on my talents and my meditations. And I was still very new to it. I hadn't figured things out. I also did not have like a specific meditation routine in place. So everything was very new, but I was very excited because I finally felt like I have all the time in the world to myself and I'm going to make every single second count. So it was that energy that I was going in with, and literally just within a few months, I was devastated on the brink of, yeah, feeling the worst emotions and thoughts that I have felt in my entire life. And yeah, I had to come to terms with a lot of things. And I realized that everything that I had been doing was just a distraction to what I really feel. And college was really good way of not being coming face to face with my own self. And now that I had, it was so challenging for me to choose the right thing over and over again, be disciplined without having accountability at all, and taking that ownership of my life. It was not easy at all. I thought I could ace it, but oh my god, the amount of lessons I've had in that phase. I don't regret a single part of it. It's something I always dreamed of. I always wanted to have my time under my control. I just did not know what would happen when I was faced with that situation. I thought it was all going to be a bed full of roses, and oh my god, I was going to be proved wrong, and how. So, yeah, yesterday, while I was reading God Talks with Arjuna by Paramahansa Yogananda, which is his take on Mahabharata, I came across this whole cycle that you go through when you start your spiritual journey. And the reason why I say I'm relieved is because I finally have answers to that chaotic 1 year that I had where I really did not understand what is happening. How am I going to get out of this rut? And is this all okay? And why am I losing my shit all over again? And this was supposed to be my time, my year, and why are things not working out the way I imagined it to be? And the whole time, I do not have someone to be like, this is normal, this is how it is supposed to be, this is how it is going to be. And when you start, what are the changes and the challenges that you will come across? So if I had ऐसे पहले से मुझे idea रहता तो I would have been better prepared about it. But I was not prepared about it at all. I just went ahead and when I was faced with so many problems all at once, I just did not know how to deal with that. I didn't even know if it was normal in the first place. I just felt like I am a loser. I don't know how to take care of my life and I don't know how to life anymore. So, yeah, that whole journey was very isolating and very confusing. So now that I have the answers to it, I just want to share it with you if at all you come across that situation, especially when you're starting your self discovery or spiritual journey. So, yeah, it mentions that since you have been a slave to your habits and your past tendencies for a very long time, when you start with a new habit or start on your spiritual journey, all sorts of challenges will show up, and your mind will not want you to quit your bad habits. And how? Like, I I know this seems pretty obvious, but he mentions it with the Mahabharat ke dialogues, and it all makes so much sense. So there was this one verse where Duryodhan calls out to Dronacharya in the start itself and talks about how Arjun and the warriors are ready to conquer, and what should we do? Something on those lines. And he talks to Dronacharya, and Dronacharya is on his team. So the symbolism here is symbolism in our life, according to Paramahansa Yogananda. He mentions is that Dronacharya is equal to our habits, our past tendencies, good or bad, and Duryodhan is equal to our material desires or like our evil intentions. So every time, and Arjun and the warriors are like the good qualities in us. So every time the good qualities try to show up, like Arjun and the warriors were in Mahabharata as well. When you try to bring in a new habit, what your evil mind, that is Duryodhan, does is that it goes back to your past tendencies and your bad habits, which is referred to Dronacharya here. So just to simplify, every time you try to do something good, your evil intentions will try to pull you back and will summon your past habits and tendencies. So now that I knew this is normal, and since I am very new to starting a good habit and sticking to the right things, I know that my Duryodhan within me will constantly want to stick to my past and bring those habits to the forefront. So I need to find a way to fight it. Now, the way to fight it is there's a long story behind that as well. I highly recommend you read Paramahansa Yogananda's book for that. But long story short, he mentions you can do it through intuition and your soul wisdom. And the way to cultivate it is through meditation. So every time you feel like you are being overpowered by your evil intentions, the only thing that can help you is like to cut that and to bring light into your life is your light of intuition, and that is developed little by little with the help of your meditations. And the thing that I loved the most about this whole part was it mentions the more you try, the more your the good part of you, which wants to proceed further, which wants to live a right and pure life, it will help you in that journey and it will rise up. So, no matter how helpless you feel, remember Duryodhan was killed in the end. Your evil intentions can be killed in the end with the help of your spiritual warriors and your good intentions and your purity. It is all going to happen. You just can't afford to lose that battle midway. So अगर मुझे पहले से ही पता होता कि it is going to be difficult and it is going to my mind is always going to come in the way, I would have been able to spot it and be like, this is Duryodhan at play. This is not Arjun. So we need to bring the Arjun back. We need to work on that intuition. We need to work on that self control. We need to work on that life energy within us. And then things will be like under control and regulated well. So, yeah, now that I know about it, and I know this sounds very obvious, but I haven't been able to do justice to the beautiful meaning behind it, and there's so many layers to it, which is why I suggest you read about it. But yeah, it was very profound for me because now I had words to the feeling that I was going through for a year, and I just felt like I want to be better now. Why am I not able to do that? And it was all because the evil intentions within me, like not the intentions but like the past habits that I've had, and those are very strong, very rooted. 20 years. So it was going to be a challenge. So every time that happens, now I can at least be like, I'm working on my intuition, I'm working on my powers, and the more I give attention to it, the more I can conquer the Duryodhan in me. So, yeah, it is like another added motivation for me. Now I have reasoning to these things, and I know it's normal. So, abhi I can be like, I can better justify these things and work upon it. Varna pehle I was very confused and I just felt like maybe I will never be able to conquer these battles and I will slip into my past tendencies, but not anymore. Now that I know that it's just a play, that the evil side of me wants to play with me and bring my past habits in play and be like, yeah, we're gonna pull you back. I know now that this is going to happen. This is its way of trying to overpower me, but I'm not going to let that happen. I know that I need to work on my abilities. I know that it is all within my control. I have the support of my soul wisdom. So, yeah, the more I work on it, the more support I'll get from my divine qualities. So, what am I going to feed on to? So yeah, now it is a lot more relaxed in my head. I can go into every meditation, even if I feel restless, even if I feel disturbed. I know it's not the end. I just know it's a period that I will have to endure in order to come out of it meritoriously. So I don't know if that's a word, but you get it. So yeah, now I am better prepared for that challenge, like because I know कि ये होने वाली है चीज़ें, ये normal है, and this is how I can deal with it. I have a roadmap now. पहले roadmap नहीं था. तो yeah, पहले it was just like trying, figuring out, not able to understand क्यों नहीं हो रही है चीज़ें. But now I know इसलिए नहीं हो रही है क्योंकि there is this fight, constant fight between the good and the bad, and the only way to win is to not lose faith on the good and to keep giving it as much power as possible. So, yeah, it's a reminder for me to not lose that power ever, no matter how many tricks my bad or evil side comes up with. I have to be smarter than that, and I have to rely on my good side and believe that it will all change and work towards it, of course. So, yeah, that's it from me. If you made it this far, thank you so much for listening, and I'll see you in the next one.